Thank you for joining. Let's read this book. I'll read it to you. Apparently, I have a Baldur's Gate narrator's voice, which I took as a very high compliment. So I will do my best to do nice voices for you. And I will also obviously be doing silly voices too, so enjoy. And then you get to choose what we do. Give yourself goosebumps. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have any pictures. The last one that we read had like loads of cool pictures, but it's okay. It's got some interesting things. What do you want to do? Well, I don't know, Patty. What do you want to do? Not fair, Brad. I asked you first. Patty and Brad, your two best friends, arguing as usual. It's the last week of August, and Patty and Brad haven't stopped fighting since your summer holiday started. Patty likes being bossy. You don't mind, though. It's no big deal. It's hard to win a fight with her anyway. You don't know why Brad even tries. You guess it's because he doesn't want to look like a wimp in front of a girl. There's nothing to do. I guess I'll just go home, Brad says. He shoves his hands in his pockets, then his shoulders slump and he sort of shrivels up. You guess Brad is a bit of a wimp, even if he is your best friend. You're so boring, Brad, Patty complains. Whenever Patty complains, her freckles really pop out. Now, there are about 1 million of them spread across her whole face. Hey, I know what we should do, Patty suddenly bursts out. Go to page 2. Let's bike over to the Bennett's field and watch them set up the carnival. I don't know, you answer. It's getting dark and Mum said I have to be in by 9. Well, it's only a quick bike ride, Brad says. Are you some kind of wimp? Brad calling you a wimp? You can't believe it. Okay, you agree. But if it's as bad as last year, there won't be much to see. Do you remember the main attraction? You remind them. The ride they called Terror Track? It turned out to be a baby choo-choo train that circled round and round and round. It doesn't matter what you say. Patty's already made up her mind. You're going to ride over to the carnival. A hot, humid breeze blows in your face as you pedal along. Patty's in the lead, no surprise, and Brad's puffing behind you. It's dark by the time you reach Bennett's field. You and your friends drop your bikes in the grass and race across the moonlit field towards the huge wooden fence that surrounds the carnival. Take a closer look on page 3. As you reach the carnival entrance, you hear music coming from inside. Not the usual corny organ stuff they always play, but some really strange music. It sounds familiar and totally new at the same time. Brad stretches his neck to try to peer over the fence, but no luck. The fence is far too high. Patty jiggles the padlock on the door. It's sealed shut. Guess we'll have to wait until tomorrow night when the carnival opens, Brad says. No way, Patty says. Let's climb the fence now. Are you crazy? Brad says. We'll get caught. Come on, there's probably no one in there, Patty replies. Your friends turn to you to cast a deciding vote. This is you. You glance at your watch. It's almost 9 p.m. If you're going to get home in time, you should start back now. What are you going to do? Okay, so this is our first decision to make. Let me just write it in the poll. So the options here are, you can decide to go home, or you can climb the fence to get inside. So I think I can probably guess what you guys all want to do anyway, but what do you want to do? Go home or climb the fence? Okay. And the poll is going, and I have spelt should wrong. It's should'll. What should'll we do? Go home, scones and tea, the end. No? I mean, if that's what you wanted to do, you can. That's the fun things about Choose Your Own Adventures. Go on, Moscato, I dare you. Make that choice. Oh my gosh, it's actually 50-50. I did not expect this. What is going on? Jonathan is so surprised as well. I'm surprised too. That was my vote too. What? Oh my gosh, it's halfy. No, quick, someone cast a vote. Fuck! What are we gonna do? I've never landed on a 50-50 before. Okay, do I have anything to like spin or whatever? I don't have anything. Right, I'm gonna say we're going in, okay? You can't go home, I'm not letting you. I don't have a coin on me right now. Okay, so we're going in. That's what we're doing. We're turning to page 10 and we're going inside. Grab a die for my starter set. That is in a different room. Okay, we're going to page 10. We're going in. My scones! Next time. You can do your scones next time. I'm sure we're going to die. We'll start again. Okay, so we've gone in. Oh, wait, no. Number 10. Oh, I chose the wrong one by accident. Number 10 is going home. You got what you wanted, Moscato. I wasn't thinking. Okay, so we've gone home. We've turned around to go home. You've decided not to sleep into the carnival. You're going home instead. Well, it's a good thing Patty usually makes all the decisions, otherwise you'd never have any fun. And this book would be over before it began. Go ahead, take a deep breath, then go and climb the fence. You're not scared, are you? And there you go. It tells you to go back and climb the fence. So the book forces you to. If I didn't, the book was going to. Let's do it, you say to your friends. Let's climb the fence. Patty is halfway up before you finish speaking. You let Brad go next. You're last. It's a hard climb up. There's really no place on the fence to get a good grip, but you make it to the top, swing your legs over and tumble down. You land on the grass. You're inside. You and your friends gaze around. It's pretty dark. The only light comes from torches. At first, the carnival looks the same as it always does. Dinky rides, hot dog wagons. Then the lights start to flicker in every corner of the field. The rides start to move. It's as if the whole place is magically coming to life. Hey, look at that giant roller coaster, you exclaim, pointing up ahead. They never had a roller coaster before. Yeah, Brad agrees. And the whole place is a lot bigger than last year. This is awesome, Patty says as she sprints towards the rides. Race over to page 7. You and Brad take off after Patty. You all stop in front of the roller coaster. Wow, Patty says as she gazes up at it. It's like a rocket to outer space. I keep changing her voice. Beyond the roller coaster, you spy a castle surrounded by a moat and a spooky-looking haunted house sitting high atop a hill. These are the coolest rides I've ever seen, you say. They still have that stupid choo-choo train over there, you point out. But we could ride this stuff all night and never go near it. Patty grabs your arm and tugs you over to the other side of the carnival, to the side stalls. Brad races after you. Hey, where are all those dinky wooden booths from last year? You ask as you gawk at the amazing games of chance. They're gone, and in their place are giant video games and huge spinning wheels studded with hundreds of blinking coloured lights. Get a load of that, Brad suddenly cries out. You and Patty spin around. You can't believe what you see. Be more amazed on page 87. Oh wow, that's quite far. 87. Here we go. You're staring at a sign that reads, World's Freakiest Freak Show. The three of you gape at the pictures. There's a 3-headed man with the ugliest collection of faces you've ever seen, and the snake lady. A young blonde girl with a beautiful face and the body of a slithering snake. This is, you start to say. But you don't finish, because a large hand has come down on your shoulder. Hard. You slowly turn and gaze up at a huge man with shoulders wider than a refrigerator. He has coal black eyes with a thick moustache to match. He looks strong enough and mean enough to throw you over the fence with one hand. "What are you doing?" His voice booms. "You are not allowed in here," he says, pointing directly at you. "We're sorry," you say, hoping you appear sorry and not just sound scared. "We wanted to look around, that's all. But we'll leave right now, because Moscato's got scones at home, and, we wanted to go home anyway, and the book forced us to stay in here. We didn't even want to go over the fence." "Hey, the Great Gatsby, how are you doing? Lovely to see you." His eyes stare into yours. He clamps both hands down on your shoulders and says, "You're not going anywhere." Uh-oh, quick, better turn to page 4. Oh, all the way back here. What do you mean?" Brad asks, trembling all over. "I've just had an idea." "A great idea," the man replies. "I want you kids to stay and try out the rides before the grand opening tomorrow." Patty's eyes open wide. "Cool," she says. Are you sure it's all right with the owner?" you ask. "I'm Big Al, the manager, and what I say around here goes." Big Al digs around in his checked jacket and pulls out 3 maps. He hands one to each of you. "Study them carefully," he says. "If you have any questions, ask them now." Your eyes fall upon the map. You have a question, but when you gaze up, Big Al is gone. He's vanished. "A whole carnival to ourselves!" Patty exclaims. "Where should we start?" You stare down at your map once again. You notice that the carnival is split in half. On one side, there are rides. Tons of them. On the other side are the side stalls, packed with games of chance and the freak show. What will you try first? Here you go! Do you want to go on the rides, or do you want to check out the side stalls? So I will do another little poll for you, and you can decide what you want to do. Oh, it looks like the side stalls are winning. Oh, interesting. This will be fun. Oh, there's 2 for rides. 5 for side stalls. I think side stalls is our winner. Okay, sweet. We're going to go to the side stalls on page 77, baby. That's quite far. Let's head for the side stalls and play some games, you say. You, Patty and Brad jog down a wide avenue. Tents of every colour line the street. Carnival music blares from loudspeakers. You spot a green neon sign flashing above a yellow strip tent. The sign reads, "Madame Zeno, fortune teller." "Excellent," you exclaim. "I'm going in." You tell your friends you'll catch up with them in a minute. You lift the tent flap. Inside, one small candle flickers in the dark. You hear a low voice call out, "Enter my chamber." There is Madame Zeno, sitting in the shadows. She wears a long red dress dotted with brightly coloured gems. They shimmer in the candlelight. Her black hair tumbles to her shoulders as she bends over a large crystal ball. "Welcome," she whispers. Then she reaches out and gently lifts your hand. "Let me tell you your future." To find your future, go to page 78. Ooh, Bruce, you're going to the store to buy some clotted cream. I don't know whether it's going to be Devon or Cornwall cream. Ooh. Let us know the outcome. Madame Zeno studies your hand closely. She traces the lines in your hand with her soft fingers. "I see horror in your future. In your immediate future," she warns. What kind of horror?" you stammer. "What do you mean?" Madame Zeno releases your hand. She picks up a strange deck of cards. She spreads them out on the table. You notice the cards have pictures. A headless man.
Wow.
Eee, thank you so much, Gab. I really appreciate that. 16 months as well. Oh no, a horror in your future. No. Not your future, don't worry. Your collective, perhaps. Where was I again? Oh yes, she picked up a strange deck of cards. She spreads them out on the table. Hey, I've got tarot cards. We could do that. You notice the cards have pictures. A headless man, a bloody sword, a large, evil eye. She gathers up all the cards and flips the deck over. Then she deals out a red card and a blue card. "Turn one over," she commands. "Learn your fate." Okay, so if you want to learn your fate, you'll have to help us in deciding, are we going to turn over the red card or are we going to turn over the blue card? Oh yeah, it's Matrix time, baby. Go quick, someone make the deciding vote. Okay, red card is in the lead. No! Now it's blue again. Blue card! Okay, oh my god, this is so close. Okay, oh my gosh, blue card is the winner by a smidgen legend. Blue is your favourite colour. You turn the blue card over. There's a message. "Help us, you are our only hope. Run to the back door at the freak show, signed The Freaks." Ooh, I've never done this before. I've only ever picked the red card, so this is exciting. What does this mean? Oh, what does this mean? You ask Madame Zeno. She stares deeply in your eyes. Her lips tremble. She leans forward. She's about to speak. And then the lights go out. And a blood-curdling scream rips through the dark. You start to bolt for the door when a dim light suddenly flickers. You stare across the table. Madame Zeno is gone. You reach out to take the card, and it bursts into red-hot flames. In seconds, the entire tent fills with thick smoke. Flames shoot across the floor, and you run for the door. Outside, you gulp the fresh air. You made it. You glance back. No smoke. No fire, no tent. Everything has disappeared. What should you do now? Ooh, this is exciting. I always wondered how you get to the freak show. I guess this is it. Okay, so if you decide to help the freaks, we can go to a page, or if you don't want to help the freaks. So your decisions here are, do we want to help the freaks or do we not want to help the freaks? There's already a vote for help the freaks. Yeah, I'm down with that. I like this. One of us. We're all freaks. We actually are. No one is choosing not to help the freaks. Here it is. Okay. And yeah, that's definitely going to win. Okay. You have decided to help the freaks. As you race along, you spot Brad and Patty. "Listen, guys," you tell them, lowering your voice. "We've got a problem. A big problem." You take a deep breath and tell them all about Madame Zeno and the blue card. "So," you finish saying, "somebody might need our help in the back of the freak show." What's a freak? Brad says nervously. Remember the poster we saw when we came in? The one with the three-headed man and the lady with the snake body? You remind him. Brad bites down on his lip. Are they real? Sure they're real, Patty chimes in. I once saw a bearded lady at the circus. I don't know, Brad says. It sounds kind of creepy. Well, Madame Zeno said this was my fate. I'm going to help them, whatever they are. Are you guys in? You bet, Patty answers, her eyes shining with excitement. Okay, I'll go, Brad mumbles. Then let's hurry, you exclaim. Okay, race back to the freak show. Page 35. Racing. Our little feet are tapping. We're racing to page 35. There it is. 5 minutes later, the three of you are sneaking down a dark alley. Brad is so frightened, he's practically walking on top of you. The alley is littered with large cardboard boxes and overflowing rubbish bins, and it smells like dead fish. Hey! Oh, it's me. Hey, quit stepping on my shoe, you say to Brad. I'm not stepping on your shoe, he shoots back. I'm not anywhere near your stupid shoe. You glance down and nearly scream. Brad's right. He's not stepping on you. But a dozen rats are. You shake your foot wildly. The rats scurry off. Brad catches sight of the rats and tries to bolt. You and Patty quickly pull him back. Hey, look, Patty says, pointing up ahead. A door. On the door you see a big sign that reads, Keep Out. So, you go on in. Page 13. Wait, that was the right one, wasn't it? 35. Yeah, page 13. Okay. Go into the keep out door. The room is dark, but all around you, you hear hushed moans. Help us! Help us! We're in a prison, Patty says. And look at the prisoners. They're weird. Wow, Patty, really? Wow. Patty is right. As your eyes grow accustomed to the darkness, you see cell after cell. Each one holds a strange-looking prisoner. There's an enormous fat lady who's nearly bursting out of the bars. A giant, a dwarf, a young lady with boa constrictors wrapped around her waist, and a woman with a long black beard. We're the freaks, the snake lady says. Every night when the show ends, the master locks us up. The master? You mean Big Al is, you start to say. You must help us, the giant interrupts. Shh, the snake lady says. The master's coming. You mustn't be here. Go away. That's way. She points to a door down the hall. The freaks are in dire need of better PR. That they are. It must be the theme of the story in combination with the awesome voices, but I just felt inclined to find out if there are Scooby-Doo Choose Your Own Adventure books. Ooh, there are! Amazing. Hey, maybe we should turn this into a thing. Okay. Escape. Oh, you have 2 options. So it's kind of like trust the freaks or trust Big Al. Escape through the door down the hall. Go where the snake lady says, or stay and talk to Big Al when Big Al comes in. So are we trusting of Big Al here? That's the real question. Okay, we have, it's 50-50. Someone wants to trust Big Al. I don't know if I trust this Big Al dude, but don't let me sway you. I mean, a snake lady or a Big Al, it's a tough choice. I understand, it's a tough choice. Isn't Big Al the toy collector from Toy Story 2? Oh my gosh! I think you're right. I think you're onto something, Gab. So funny. The Great Gatsby. What's with you guys and snack? Okay, we're trusting the snake lady and we're going to go through the door down the hall into page 48. I mean, we could be completely wrong here, but I think I'm with you. I think I would do that as well. Come on, Patty cries. Come on! Then, without another word, she races off. You and Brad dash after her. I hope Patty knows what she's doing, you think as you try to catch up, because right now, it doesn't look that way. Patty leads you through a maze of underground passageways. Then, just as you're about to yell, "Stop!" she does, and you find yourself standing outside in front of a barbed wire fence. Up ahead, you spot an opening. "Let's go in," Patty says. The three of you creep through the fence and trudge through some tall, wet grass. You gaze around. It's far too dark to see, but you can hear perfectly. And the sounds that reach your ears make your skin crawl. Slithering. Yep, you definitely hear slithering. And hissing. You want to leave. You spin around, but you can't find the opening in the fence. You do see something else. A sign. Hurry to page 60. Oh, damn it. Should we have trusted the snake lady? I don't know now, Jesus. Has she just fed us to, like, her snake babies? I don't know. There's a sign, you call out to Patty and Brad. Let's see what it says. The three of you race through the wet grass. Your socks are drenched, and your trainers squeak as you run. But that's not the sound that's sending chills down your spine. It's the hissing. It's growing louder. I'm not sure I want to read that sign, you call out to Patty and Brad. I know what you mean, Patty shouts back. I have a feeling we're not going to like what it says. And you don't. You reach the sign and read it aloud. Reptile petting zoo. Whoever heard of a reptile petting zoo? What kind of carnival is this anyway? This carnival is evil, Brad stammers. You're about to agree when you notice the grass in front of you is swaying. Something's slithering through it, something big, and then it comes into view. Snake! Brad cries. You know you have to run, but which way? Left or right? Okay, it's a very simple left or right decision. I'll run right. I would have honestly said, like, if I was a part of this story, I would have been so naive and been like, well, I trust Snake Lady, and even though this is a snake and it's a little bit scary, I think the snake is friendly, and so I would have probably stayed and tried to, like, talk to it or something. But that's not enough, Shania. We have to run. So yeah, which direction would you like? Left or right? Left or right? Which way do you go? Left or right? Left or right? Okay, I think left is going to win, so we're going to page 125. Right. Oh, okay, we haven't died, so it looks all right. This way, you rave to Patty and Brad. The three of you turn to the left and keep running, straight into a pond. Ooh, maybe we'll get to meet some frogs. Why didn't you tell us to stop? Patty whines. Don't complain to me, you shout back. We followed you through the fence. You turn around and slog your way back to shore. I mean, that is true. Patty did want this. Patty and Brad make it there first. You are a few feet away when you see it. An alligator. With its mouth gaping open, revealing 2 rows of razor-sharp teeth. You freeze. Patty spots the alligator and yells, Quick! There's a log! Jump on it! You're still an easy target. The alligator opens its huge mouth even wider. He slithers right up to the log, and you can tell he's ready to crunch down on you. Don't scream yet. Turn to page 43. Okay, I've still got my finger in that save page, just in case. Here we go. Oh, okay, we're not dying. All right, I'm taking my finger out of the save page. You are about to scream. It seems like the only sensible thing to do. And then you remember the sign. Reptile petting zoo. You have an idea. It's a crazy idea, you know, but everything in this carnival is crazy. You can feel the alligator's hot breath on your arm, but instead of pulling your arm back, you stretch it out. Hello! This is what I'm talking about. What are you doing? Patty screams. Your fingers reach out over the alligator's open snout, to the top of its head, and you pet him. Nice, alligator, you purr as you stroke his scaly head. Your arm trembles, but you don't stop, and slowly, very slowly, the creature's mouth begins to shut. Then he rolls over and falls asleep. Yay! You slip quietly off the log, charge for the shore, and plough right into Big Al. Well, 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 look who we have here. Big Al sings out. Come with me, it's time for the final challenge. You have no choice. Follow Big Al to page 84. We tried to help them, it didn't work. I wonder what would have happened if he went right instead. Okay, 84, we're going to page 84. Nice deep voice, thanks. It's the deepest I can do. Okay, here we go. Big Al shoves you and your friends into a huge red tent. It seems to be set up for some kind of show. Red carpeted steps lead up to a platform which sits under a golden arch. The arch twinkles with 1,000 coloured lights that spell out Final Challenge. Trumpets blast as people flood into the viewing area. As they march in, they clap their hands and yell, Final! 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 Thanks for following. It's Kawaii. Wait, how do I say that? It's Kaiwa. It's Kaiwa? It's Kaiwa? It's Kaiwa? Sorry for butchering your name if I did, but thank you for the follow. Big Al leads you up the carpeted steps. You are standing on the platform now, in front of a shimmering curtain that hangs down from the arch. The crowd begins to chant, Sudden death! Sudden death! Sudden death! Wow. What do you think that means? Patty asks. You're going to find out on page 123. 1, 2, 3. It's easy as fun. The final challenge, Big Al announces, and the crowd goes wild. Then he turns to you and says, Remember, the fun games are over. Now you are playing for your life. You go first, Big Al says to you. You see Brad and Patty be taken off to the side by a huge man in a black hood. 2 red-haired dwarfs in clown costumes scurry up the steps. To your surprise, they fit you with new high-top trainers. Trainers with metal studs running up the backs. This is going to be some kind of race, you think. But then you change your mind when they snap a heavy metal helmet to your head. The crowd's cheers grow louder. Big Al throws a switch. The curtain behind you parts and whammo! The wall behind the curtain turns into a super magnet. Wow, what the fuck? You go zinging to the wall like a dart to a bullseye. Wow. Zing back to page 25. Okay. This is so cool. Cannonball. No, it's not. Not quite that. Hey, Billy Fighter, how are you doing? Back to page 25. It's quite far back. Seconds later, your head and the back of your feet slam into the wall. You're hanging upside down in the middle of a gigantic magnet wheel. Are you ready for the final challenge? Big Al asks. Of course not, you say. Let me down. We'll let you down, but not until you face the final challenge. One spin will decide your fate. If you win, you go. If you lose, you stay here forever. Will that be your fate? Big Al approaches the wheel. Brad and Patty are holding on to each other. Your heart is pounding. Your hands are sweating. This is it. One spin. He gives the wheel, with you on it, a hard turn. Where will it stop? Guess. Okay, we have to guess a page number now. Hey, Rag Roulette. I'm a hankering for a cheese pancake. What? So random. Welcome. Hello. I hope you get that cheese pancake that you're so very much hankering for. Okay, which page do you think that the wheel lands on? Is it 44? I'm just going to put the numbers here. Is it 74? Or is it 124? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's looking like we're probably going to go for 74. The middle. The in-between. The nice in-between. Okay. Let's go to page 74. I'll keep my finger here. So we'll have our save finger. And 74 is the winner. So we'll go to 74. Oh, it's not a die page, so that's good. It is quite small though. Round and round you go. The world is a blur of colours. You can hear the crowd screaming, "Final, final, final." And the wheel stops. Ah! The crowd gasps. What does it mean? You win! Oh, fuck yeah, Big Al says. Now come this way to collect your prize and go home. Really? That easy? Okay. Go to page 131. Is it really that easy? Ah, sucker! The top words are just like, sucker, loser. You didn't really think you could get out this easily, did you? Check out the title of this book, Escape from the Carnival of Horrors. Horrors! You need to face a lot more horrors and then maybe you'll escape. Quick, turn to page 116. Rip. Feels like a trap. I know! I was like, this is too easy. Okay, we're turning to page 116. 116. Here we go. Zap! Big Al throws a switch and the magnet shuts off. You come flying down to Earth, right where Brad and Patty are waiting. I've played your stupid game, now let us go, you tell Big Al. Big Al doesn't answer, but the crowd does. Sudden death! Sudden death! Sudden death! The crowd surges towards you. They are not friendly. They back you up against a wall. You're trapped. Trapped by a mob. It really is a trap. You reach into your pocket, hoping to find something that might help you. Something to save you. We didn't get anything, unfortunately. It says, if you have a can of Monster Blood, we can go to a page. If you don't have a can of Monster Blood, we have to run to another page. Unfortunately, we don't have that Monster Blood. I don't know how we would procure the Monster Blood. I've never gotten the Monster Blood in any of my read-throughs. Maybe we can try again after this. But we're going to run to page 27. Heads up, there will be an advert in 2 minutes' time for anyone who's not subscribed. But it'll just be 2 minutes ad. Hey, username Munich. Welcome, first time chatter. Okay, 27. The crowd is closing in. Your pockets are empty. You have nothing to defend yourself with. So you run. You spot a crack in the wall, next to the wheel. It's small, too small for an adult to squeeze through. But you can probably make it. Follow me, you yell out to Patty and Brad as you squeeze through the opening. It leads to a backstage area, and then to the flap of another tent. You can hear the crowd behind you trying to follow you through the crack. Come on, we can slip under this tent, you say. For once, no one argues with you. The three of you duck in and find yourself surrounded by another crowd. They are all seated in chairs, and they don't move. They just stare at you with glassy eyes. Well, that's a bit creepy, isn't it? That's a bit freaky. Holy crap, I just remember they made game books based on the old ITV Nightmare TV series. I wonder if my mum has them somewhere. Yes, look for them. Gosh, I love books. I love books. Let's go to page 55. They're dummies. That's why they don't move. They've got to be here somewhere. You hear Big Al's voice boom outside the tent. Hey, this dummy looks just like the one in that Goosebumps book, Patty says. You mean Night of the Living Dummy? Brad asks. Great, you think. Your friends are chatting about books minutes before you're about to be attacked by a mob. Then you get an idea. Remember those magic words that brought the dummy to life in that book? You ask your friends. Maybe we can bring this guy to life and he'll help us. He was pretty tough. Your friends agree. It's worth a try. Does anyone here remember Night of the Living Dummy? That used to scare me so much as a kid. I'm pretty sure there was an episode, a Goosebumps episode, that was actually taken off air from to do with Night of the Living Dummy because it was that scary. Yeah, fucking dolls, so creepy. But this is another choice. So if you would like to try to wake up the Night of the Living doll, then you can say the words either Caru, Mary, Odana. No Googling, by the way. Odana, Loma. Oh my god, this is quite long. Odana, Loma, Malanuku, Karono. It won't let me put it all in because there's a word count limit. Or is it Oopa, Lupa, Oopa Lupa, Dummy Dupa. I love that. Dummy Dupa. Okay, there we go. The stupidest poll ever. Do you want to say Karu, Mari, Odana, Loma, Molanuna, Karono, or do you want to say Oopa Lupa Dummy Dupa? That second one is so fun to say. I should have that as like a sound bite for this. Oopa Lupa Dummy Dupa. Yeah, that wins. Okay, 82. We're going to page 82. Oh no! Don't worry, I've got my save finger. It's an end page. It's at the end, so we're gonna die. Oopa, lupa, dummy dupa, you say the magic words and wait for the dummy to spring to life. And you wait. And you wait. The dummy remains the same. But something strange is happening to you. What are those feathers sprouting out of your skin? And what's happening to your feet? Are those claws you see growing out of them? Is it possible that the magic words are turning you cluck into a cluck chicken? That's exactly, and it's spelt exactly what's happening. Well, you laid an egg this time. Let's hope you won't be too chicken to open this book again and try once more to escape from the Carnival of Horrors. This is so silly. Okay, let's go back and try the other one. We'll go to page 69 this time. So we're gonna do the Karu, Mari, Odana, Loma, la 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 la. On page 69. A good pun is its own wee word. Oh, golly gosh. Oh my gosh, it's just another end page. So there's no way of getting out of this. Karu Mari Odana Loma Malonu Karano. You say the magic words and the dummy comes to life. He opens his mouth and speaks. Hey, you! Your face reminds me of a ward I once removed. Come on, you plead. We're the ones who brought you to life. Aren't you going to be nice to us? We need your help. I'm sorry, the dummy says. I'm sorry you're so ugly. Then he laughs at his own lame joke. You stare at him and his face grows serious. You brought me to life, he says slowly. But now you are my slaves forever until the end. Wait, this isn't the way this is supposed to go. Quick, you have one last chance. If the fortune teller told you a secret number, go to that page now. But unfortunately, the fortune teller did not tell us a secret number. So, we can't do that. 6090. That's not the secret number, Gav. So, should we start again? Should we do another run through? Well, I think we got some pretty good run through there. Like, I think we did quite a lot actually of the book. I was quite happy with it. But there's so much other stuff to look at. I mean, look here, we have like a little wheel thing to do. There's many, many more adventures to be had in this book. Let's go on the rides first, you say. That roller coaster looked awesome. Okay, Patty agrees. Over this way, she yells at you. She yells as she charges over to it. When you reach the rides, you can only stare in amazement. These are the most fantastic rides you've ever seen. The towering roller coaster, the soaring speedboats, the twisty slides. Every one is in motion, whizzing, whirling, doing loop-the-loops, and they're all empty. No riders, no people in line. Cool, Patty exclaims. We have the whole place to ourselves. Brad's face turns a little green as his gaze swings from the supersonic space coaster to the doom slide. Do you think they'll have rides that don't go upside down? He asks. Come on, let's check out the coaster, Paddy calls to you and Brad. Then they run off to the starting gate. You stop and crane your neck to gaze up at the coaster's first hill, and you gasp. Quick, go to page 47. All right. Doom slide. Oh my gosh, I remember once when I was a kid, I went down a death slide. You know, one of those ones at like 90-degree angles and they just go straight down. My top rode up while I was on it. And it was quite a long one as well. And I burnt my back, my whole back. And we had to go home straight away because my whole back was just like burned and it was so painful. I think I might still have scars there now. Very faint ones, very faint ones. Okay, so we're going to 47. The tracks stretch up so high that they seem to touch the clouds. Your gaze follows one of the cars speeding around a sharp curve. It looks like the space shuttle. You notice that it has a safety harness that locks over your body. You've seen those before. They keep you in while the ride turns upside down. You didn't want to admit it before, but like Brad, riding upside down is not your favourite thing. Still, the coaster does look amazing. One part enters a tunnel, and you can see that the cars go fast, really fast. You're just about to walk through the space coaster gate when you hear spooky organ music coming from behind you. You turn around. Looming in the distance is a dark and creepy haunted house. You gaze down at your map. It's called the Little House of Horrors. You love haunted houses. And this one looks really scary. Now you're not sure what to do. You won't have time for everything. The coaster or the haunted house? Decide now. What do we do? Do we go on the coaster or do we go to the haunted house? We have a death wish. We are going to the haunted house. Okay. Go to page 64, baby. The House of Horrors. You have to see it. You just have to. I'll catch up with you guys later, you call to Patty and Brad. I'm going to check out the haunted house. You glance down at your map for directions. The rickety wooden bridge over to your left appears to lead straight there. As you start across the bridge, the wooden planks creak under your feet. Then the bridge begins to sway. You look down, a long way down. The bridge spans a deep, rocky gorge. Gulping, you grab the handrail. You move slowly. A strong wind blows up from the canyon below. The bridge is swaying wildly now, tossing from side to side. A massive spear of lightning splits to the sky. Thunder rumbles so loudly you jump and lose your balance. Help! You scream as you tumble over the side and plunge towards the jagged rocks below. Wow, Jesus. How can you save yourself? Make a grab for the side of the bridge or flap your arms and try to fly? What do you want to do? Hey, Bod, Katanik, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Do you want to grab for the side of the bridge? So grab for the bridge. Or flap your arms and try to fly. Up to you. Let's see what you want us to do. Hey Sutton, happy Friday, friends. Yeah. Happy Friday to you as well. I hope you're having a good day. Oh, we got 50-50. Flap your arms is in the lead. Oh my gosh, you're all ridiculous. I love it. Okay, it looks like Flap Your Arms is going to win. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, let's see what this... Oh, hold on, wait. We're getting more votes in. Okay, wait, I'll wait. If only we turn into a chicken. Oh my gosh. Oh, so silly. I think Flap Your Wings is going to win though. Okay, page 30. I'm gonna find that one. Oh, we did get a last minute vote, but Flap Your Wings is still in the lead. Flap your wings and try to fly. We have a lot of very optimistic people here, shall we say. You're falling. You can't think about anything else to do, so you start flapping your arms like a bird. At that moment, a huge gust of air shoots up from under you and blows you back onto the bridge. Oh, we did it! We flew! What? Breathing hard, you run the rest of the way across the rickety span. When you reach the safety of the other side, you glance back and gasp. The bridge and the side stalls beyond it have vanished. Only a black void remains. Wow! Awesome special effects! You cry out. But was your fall part of the special effects too? It didn't feel like it. You spin around to face the House of Horrors. Up close, it appears really, really creepy. Cobwebs drip down from its roof, and an eerie yellow light glows inside. Cool! Next to the house, you spot a sign that reads, "Boat Trip to Nowhere." There are amazing speedboats that you can drive yourself. Which should you try first? So you can either try the Boat Trip to Nowhere, where you get on the amazing speedboats, or you can just go straight into the House of Horrors. So that is the options. Oh, Boat Trip to Nowhere in the lead. Here we go, page 88. Let's go on some speedboats. I've never done this before, I'm excited. Thanks so much, Damo Builder. I appreciate that. So, enter the bog on page 32. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Why did I read the bottom bit first? You head towards the Boat Trip to Nowhere. At the dock, you spot a stubby guy with long arms slouching against one of the mooring posts. In the strange light of the swamp, his skin shines with an oily green glow, and his ears and nose are as craggy as tree bark. "Step right up," he calls in a gravelly voice. He pulls one of the motorboats over. It's red with a silver racing stripe. "You can do 15 knots in these babies," he says. "But stay away from the tree stumps." You watch the little man's sharp green fingernails tearing the mooring rope apart. As soon as the boat is free, you jump in, step on the accelerator, and roar away from the dock. The wind blows hard against your face. You're flying over the water. This is totally cool. You head for a channel that you see up ahead. Too bad you didn't notice that sign that reads, "Tabooga Bog." Booga Bog! So silly. I love it. Oh no, there's going to be an ad. I'm sorry. Okay, 32 to enter Booger Bog. Page 32 is a bog of boogers. So gross. Your boat glides through the channel at high speed to Booger Bog. Water sprays up into your face, but soon you have to slow down. Trees have suddenly sprung up all around you. You're completely surrounded by their towering trunks. In the dark light, their limbs take on the shape of gnarled arms with blackened, bony fingers at the ends. You stare hard at the tree trunks. Could it be? Are they reaching out for you? You slowly weave the boat through the twisted trunks and branches. They've grown so thick here that you can barely pilot your boat through them. The trees rustle as if they're whispering to each other. Their limbs begin to sway. As you glide carefully through the water, the leaves slap against your face. Slap, slap, slap. Your heart starts hammering away in your chest. This is really scary. Just how far is nowhere? You begin to wonder. Something swipes at your hair. What was that? Turn to page 105. Do. It's a tree branch, grabbing at you, tugging at your hair. You can't break free. Its gnarly stubs dig in deeper as you struggle. Suddenly, you feel something wrap itself around your arms, then your legs. Closing in tighter, tighter. You gaze down and see them, black, knobbly tree limbs twisting around you, strangling you. You drop hold of the steering wheel and begin to claw at the branches, ripping them away. And then you peer up and see a terrifying sight. It's a huge tree, and you're headed straight for it. You grasp the steering wheel to regain control of the boat. The tree is just inches away. Are you going to crash? Turn to page 90. No! At the last minute, you wrench the steering wheel hard to the left. The side of your boat clears the tree with a sickening scrape. You breathe a sigh of relief, but it ends in a groan. A huge, sharp root below the water has just ripped into the bottom of your boat. You hear a tearing sound, then gurgling as the cockpit starts to fill with water. Now what? You mutter. Then through the mist you spot another boat, but it's quite some distance away. Hey, over here, you cry out. Did they hear you? You cry out again. Then you glance behind you. More than half your boat is underwater and you're going down fast. What should you do? Keep yelling for help or try to swim for safety? Make your choice, quick! Okay, it's another choice for us to make. Do you want to wait to be rescued or do you want to swim for it? Okay, we're gonna swim. I'm gonna put my save finger here just in case. I can feel an end incoming. Always be an active protagonist. Very true, DC. Okay, we look good. You leap out of the boat. The putrid brown water splashes into your mouth. Gross. You swim a few strokes and suddenly find your knees scraping the bottom of the bog. The water here is less than a foot deep. Unbelievable. You're practically inches away from safety the whole time. Slogging through the brown foam, you wade to shore. Your clothes are dripping wet and smell like sewer. Well, look on the bright side, you remind yourself. At least you didn't go down with your boat. Not that your boat was really going anywhere, but still. But your troubles aren't over yet. You're standing in a dank, eerie forest that surrounds the lake. Creepy screeches echo through the night mist, and you're totally lost. The wind starts to blow. Shivering, you wrap your arms around your shoulders and wonder where your friends are and what they're doing. Well, they're on the coaster, aren't they? We left them. They're on the coaster going, ah! Then, pow! Something black and fairy swoops down at you. You duck your head, but it comes back again and again. A huge bat. Turn to page 37. We need to get your quick save books up. Yes! That would be good. 37. Okay. Still not an end page. We're doing good. Yeah. Oh, thanks, DC Bradshaw. Yeah, that is the name of the book, Jamie. You cover your head with your hands and try to run into a thick grove of trees. But the bat circles in front of you and dives again. Stop it! Stop it! You scream. As you turn and race towards some low bushes, you remember the stories, the horrible stories about bats making nests in people's hair. And the only way to get them out was to shave your head. Those stories weren't true, were they? You spot a big stick in the wet dirt and scoop it up. The bat swoops down at you once more and whap! You hit it. The bat falls to the ground and you see it's on a wire. It's a mechanical bat. All part of the ride, you think. You think about the boat ride. Boy, they really make things seem real at this carnival, you think. You feel much better when you gaze up ahead. There's a clearing. But when you see what's there, you scream. You're always screaming in this book. Wah! Alright, 93. Ooh, it's not very much on 93. What a sight! You can hardly believe your eyes. You scream again. It's Patty and Brad! Yay! It's a good, happy scream. Hey guys, wait up! You yell. Quick, hurry to page 26 and you can go on the space coaster with them. Fuck yeah! We get to go on the coaster! Exciting! Whee! Okay, back to page 26. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Local 711. Hey, wait up! You yell to Brad and Patty as you sprint through the space coaster gate. They both ignore you and charge straight ahead. You follow them into a narrow tunnel that leads to the boarding area. You gaze down at the floor. Black rubber. It makes you walk with a strange bounce. Every few feet there is a round porthole window. When you glance out of one, you see astronauts planting flags on the moon. You peer out of another. Now they're seated in their capsule. This is amazing, you think. The figures look real, totally real. After a long climb, you and Patty and Brad finally arrive at the loading area. A sleek, bullet-shaped capsule whooshes up the stops right beside you. It has 3 sections. Brad climbs defiantly into the last section. You leap into the front. Patty's left with the middle section. And suddenly, you're trapped. Go to page 58. Okay. Well, we're not trapped, though. We're just on a ride, isn't it? It's going to move. So dramatic. Steel bars plunge down from above and drop across your lap and chest, pinning you in place. You can't move at all. Even your head is held by super strong headphones that clamp over your ears. A voice comes through them, announcing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast up! You hear a huge bang. Smoke and fireworks fill the air as your car starts up the first big hill. Your head presses back against the seat as you climb higher and higher. That first hill is endless, but the view is awesome. From the top, you can see the side stalls, the haunted house, and the shadowy swamp. You can't believe how big the carnival is. Neat! Patty yells, "There's ah!" Whatever she was going to say turns into a wild scream as the rocket as the rocket plunges down the other side of the hill. The wind whips at your face. You are pressed back so hard you feel like a pancake. Everything passes in a fantastic blare. As your car shoots up to the top of the next hill, you're laughing and screaming at the same time. This is great, you think. But then you make a big mistake. Turn to page 39, bitches. It doesn't say bitches. The book doesn't say bitches. Here we go. You close your eyes. When you open them, your car lunges forward with a burst of speed, and you loop the loop. Your mouth drops open to a scream, but no sound comes out. Now your car starts to plunge downward, like a lift out of control. Your heart pounds in your chest. This is the fastest and best roller coaster you've ever been on. As you near the bottom, you slow down. You begin to catch your breath, and then you see what's up ahead. A huge black hole. A tunnel. As you shoot towards the open mouth of the tunnel, you begin to scream again. The door of the tunnel is about to close. Snap! The door comes crashing down behind your car. You breathe out a long sigh. But now you're in a tunnel so dark that you can't see a thing. Scary, but not nearly as scary as what happens next. What happens? Turn to page 94 to find out. 94. Okay, this is a decision page. The ride stops. Dead. You are sitting in the dark. Nothing is moving. Patty! Brad! You call. Silence. Why don't they answer? They have to be there. You try to twist around, but you're locked in your harness and clamped in your head's rest. Blinking in the dim light, your eyes dart to the left, then to the right. You spot dozens of empty space rockets lining the walls. They seem to come in sections to make longer and shorter space rockets. Your mind starts working feverishly. Did your section detach from Patty and Brad's section? Suddenly, the silence is shattered. Your seat lock grinds open, and you're released from your harness. You quickly spin around. Patty's and Brad's cars have disappeared. If this is all part of the ride, maybe you should hop out. But if the ride is broken, maybe you should wait for help. What do you want to do? Do you want to wait for help to come or hop out of the car? It's very similar to when we were in the swamp, actually, isn't it? Oh, just at the last second! Whoever that was, thank you for not making that 50-50 because I would have found it hard to choose. But yeah, hop out of the car. Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to hop out. Go to page 111. Here we go. Your pulse pounds in your ears as you carefully lift yourself out of the car. The tunnel is dark and musty and really creepy. Anything could be lurking in the shadows. This must be the part of the ride, you reason. And the more you think about it, the more convinced you are. You're scared, but you have to admit this is pretty cool. In the distance, you spot several red lights that seem to lead to other dimly lit tunnels. You cautiously head toward one of them. Overhead, something dark and slimy drips, splattering on the top of your head, stinging your forehead. As you desperately try to wipe the burning slime away, something grabs you by the knees. Ah! You look down. A pair of red-rimmed eyes meet yours. It's a dwarf with scraggy red hair and a toothless smile. "You want me to lead you out of it, kid?" he asks. You're about to follow the dwarf, but then you stop. Is he part of the ride? He looks really evil. What do? Do you want to follow the dwarf or decide, maybe not. I will not follow this dwarf. Oh, we've got one person doesn't want to follow the dwarf. 5 others do. Let me find the page because I think follow the dwarf is going to win unless we get like a random influx of loads of votes. 99. Okay, get me out of here, you say to the dwarf. Did you help my friends too? The dwarf does not answer. He sprints off, and you have to race to keep up with him. Through a confusing maze of twists and tunnels, you're very glad you have a guide. The dwarf suddenly stops. "That way," he says gruffly, pointing straight ahead. Before you can blink, he vanishes in a puff of smoke, and you're left standing in front of 2 doors. One red, one blue. Oh, it's red and blue again. The red one has a sign that reads, "Danger." The blue one has a sign that reads, "Big danger." If you leave by the red door, or you can try the blue door. So, what do you want? Danger or big danger? Probably not big danger, lol. But danger is fine. Bigger equals better, says Bedfordshire Clanger. Big danger though? Bigger danger is better? I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. You can choose the story. Okay, blue door, big danger. Let's do this. I'm going to leave my save finger in here. You open the blue door and peer through. You're staring down a long, dark passageway. At least you think it's long. It's difficult to tell. It's pitch black. You don't know what to do. Maybe I should have picked the other door, you say to yourself. I'm getting out of here. But the blue door has locked behind you. Now you're sure you made the wrong choice, but there's nowhere to go but forward. Your knees begin to tremble as you itch? No, you don't itch. You inch your way down the dark hallway. The passage ends in a bright burst of light, and in front of you a tall purple mountain rises hundreds of feet into the air. You breathe out a long sigh of relief. You're out of the dark. You study the mountain. It looks so real, but cut into its side you spot a doorway. Above it, a brightly painted sign reads, "Doom Slide." Oh my god, we got to the Doom Slide. Will you be the one to slide forever? Turn to page 135. Okay, well I think we're fine. I don't think we need my save finger. Nope. Okay, let's go on the frickin' Doom Slide, baby. You open the door and climb a steep ramp that curves round and round. It's cold and dark inside. Halfway up the ramp, you stop. There's another sign. Warning. You may be the one to slide to your doom. You continue up the ramp. You finally make it to the top and find yourself standing on a wide, dimly lit platform. A row of long, curving slides stretches out before you. The slides are numbered from 1 to 10. You think hard. The Doom Slide. You know you've heard about it before, but where? Where was it? And then you remember. It was in a Goosebumps book you read one day at Horrorland. Now you know you're in big trouble because you remember all about the Doom Slide from the book. You remember that if you pick the wrong slide, you'll spend the rest of your life sliding and sliding forever. Which number is the Doom Slide? Which one? I don't know this. I have not done this before, so I don't know. If you can remember which number slide is the Doom slide, or if you have the book and you can look it up, choose a slide that is not the Doom slide. If you can remember, you'll have to leave it to luck. Or if you can't remember, you'll have to leave it to luck. Pick a number between 1 to 10. Ooh, hello there. Clay? Sorry, I don't know how to say your name, but hello, welcome. Forever slide sounds fine. Really? Really? Okay. Yeah, so here are your choices. I'll put it in poll for you. There's 3 choices this time. So there's pick slide 1, 4, or 5. Second option is slides 2, 7, or 9. And the last option is 3, 6, 8, or 10. I thought you might go for 3, 6, 8, or 10 because there's one extra option, but I'm not sure because that's also one extra option that could be wrong. Okay, it looks like 3, 6, or 10. 3, 6, 8, or 10 is going to win. 7, 6. It's a death page. No. You slowly lower yourself onto the slide. You start to stretch out your legs when the bottom tilts underneath you and throws you forward. You're sliding fast. The surface must be made of some kind of special material because you're zooming down at top speed. You hold your breath as you fly through the blackness. A bump sends you bouncing into the air. You scream and scream. When is it going to end? Oh no. Could this be the Doom slide? You hear screams echo in the darkness. You twist around, but you don't see anyone. The ghostly screams grow louder. In front of you, next to you, behind you, screaming and sliding, never stopping. You gasp for breath, and then you hear it. A voice cuts through the blackness. Through the screams, a voice that cries, "Welcome to the rest of your life. Welcome to the Doom slide." Fuck. Okay, let's try this again. We'll go back here and we'll choose a non-Doom slide option. Okay, I think this is going to win. So, 1, 2, 1. This looks good. No death page. I think we're okay here. You grab the sides of the slide and lower yourself down. The second you sit, the slide's floor tilts up beneath you and propels you forward. You shriek. You raise your arms and scream louder. You slide faster and faster in total darkness. Darkness so black you can't even see your own feet in front of you. Your eyes dart frantically from side to side. Faces suddenly appear in the darkness, in bright flashes of light. Faces of hideous monsters with deformed hands and oozing flesh. But you're moving too fast to focus on them. You slide and slide until the faces stop flashing and you're covered in thick, heavy blackness again. You scream as you round a sharp curve. Your head is spinning. You pick up speed. When will it end? Then you hear the screams, chilling screams that echo through the darkness. Oh no, you must have picked the Doom slide. But you didn't, we already picked the Doom slide. Zoom to page 63. 63. Can we go back to the save finger? Let's call it sleight of hand. Oh, you're also witty today. Look at you go. Bump. A chute opens up. You land headfirst on the soft grass. You blink several times. A long sigh escapes from your lips. It wasn't the Doom slide after all. Because we already picked that one, so we knew this wasn't the Doom slide. But anyway. As you climb to your feet, you hear someone calling your name. You glance up and shout for joy. It's Brad. And Paddy's there too. You tell them about your scary ride on the slide and about how you thought you'd slide forever. Cool, Paddy exclaims. Let's all ride it this time. No, you tell her. This carnival is too weird and dangerous. Something's not right. We better get out of here. Now. Yeah, Brad agrees. The faster the better. I have an idea, Paddy announces. You and Brad huddle around her. I spotted a way back out of here, but it's a little risky. We have to squeeze through a barbed wire fence, and it's guarded by the Carnival security forces, but we should try. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Living in obscurity. Are you going to listen to Patty? Follow Patty or choose to take the back way out? So that's up to you. So should we follow Patty or choose to take the back way out? Okay, we're going to follow Patty. 48. Putting my save finger in here. Yep, should all be good. So I'm going to take my save finger out. Come on, Patty cries. Come on. Then, without another word, she races off. You and Brad dash after her. I hope Patty knows what she's doing, you think as you try to catch up, because right now, it doesn't look that way. Oh, wait, have we been here before? I'm not sure. Patty leads you through a maze of underground passageways. Then, just as you're about to yell, stop, she does. And you find yourself standing outside, in front of a barbed wire fence. Up ahead, you spot an opening. Okay, so this is we're back in the petting zoo. Do you want me to carry on, or should we go back to the other page and choose the other option? Because we've been here before, but there's probably other options we can do. So what do you want to do? Miss Cato seems quite excited about alligators. But yeah, do you want me to carry on then? I'll finish reading the page anyway. Up ahead you spot an opening. Let's go in, Patty says. The three of you creep through the fence and trudge through some tall, wet grass. You gaze around. It's far too dark to see, but you can hear perfectly, and the sounds that reach your ears make your skin crawl. Slithering. You definitely hear slithering. And hissing. You want to leave. You spin around, but you can't find the opening in the fence. You do see something else. A sign. Enjoy your lurk. I hope your meeting goes well. Okay, I'll just carry on then if no one really wants me to go back. And we'll make a different choice from what we made before. Okay, I guess we'll run a different way this time. So, there's a sign, you call out to Patty and Brad. Let's see what it says. The three of you race through the wet grass. Your socks are drenched, and your trainers squeak as you run. But that's not the sound that's sending chills down your spine. It's the hissing. It's growing louder. I'm not sure I want to read that sign. Oh, right, that's me. I'm not sure I want to read that sign, you call out to Patty and Brad. I know what you mean, Patty shouts back. I have a feeling we're not going to like what it says. And you don't. You reach the sign and read it aloud. Reptile petting zoo? Who ever heard of a reptile petting zoo? What kind of carnival is this anyway? This carnival is evil, Brad stammers. You're about to agree when you notice the grass in front of you is swaying. Something is slithering through it, something big, and then it comes into view. Snake! Brad cries. You know you have to run, but which way? Left or right? Which way did we go before? I'm going to take control this time and see which way we ran before. I think we went left before, so I'm going to go right. So we're going to go right this time. We go, oh my god, and we die. We've died. You run to the right. Follow me, you cry out to Patty and Brad. You run faster than you've ever run in your life. Your sides ache, but you keep on going. When your chest feels as if it's about to burst, you finally stop, and you hear a crash behind you, then at both sides of you, then in front of you, trapping you. Welcome to the Reptiles Petting Zoo, a deep voice echoes through the darkness. Reptiles Petting Zoo? You thought the sign said Reptile Petting Zoo. Our alligator has been so lonely, the deep voice continues, waiting and waiting for his new pets to arrive. And here you finally are. The end. And I think that will be the end of that. But there are, like I said, so many more different ways to go. I'll just put a hand up in the chat if you want me to come and read this again and do another Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure stream in the future at some point. because I need to wrap up the stream now. Yeah? You liked it? Yeah. I'm actually really enjoying this. But reading this and seeing all of you get so excited with me, it makes me happy. So thank you very much for spending some time with me. I appreciate it today. I'll see you very soon, and goodbye.